Now, you wrote this book while you were incarcerated yourself. So what was it about that experience that led you personally to a deeper understanding of this topic?
Well, over the years, as my studies started to increase, they became more intense. And when you read about the lives of the men and women who sought to go beyond the mere exterior dimension of things where they desired from Allah to know the truth for the truth, or know the haqiqah for the truth, the reality of the truth, it affects you in a way to where now you want to know, you want more, right? You want more, you start to read more and more and more, and then you start to implement what you're reading. And the more you implement what you're reading, the more alive it becomes real to you, right? You see the fruits of what you're reading, of those men and women who came before you, what they studied, the science Ihsan. And it's so significant because if you notice, Allah, the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, talks about Islam first and then Ihsan, Iman, and then he gives you the fruit of those two. So it's really, as I think I spoke about it, where fiqh is tasawwuf and tasawwuf is fiqh. You can't have one without the other. So the more you study and I learned about prayer, I learned about fasting and the implementation of these practices. It drives you deeper into wanting to have a deeper understanding of the Quran, of the Sunnah, of the way of the Sahaba, which is the science of tasawwuf, right? Spiritual excellence. That's what it's all about, spiritual excellence. And whether you call it tasawwuf, tazkiyah nafs, or riyadu nafs, or ihsan, whatever you call it, the question is, what is the practice, right? That's what we're talking about here. What is the practice, right? Because some people get all fussy and upset about the name. We take the name tasawwuf away. And they say, okay, we just leave Ihsan. Now, what is Ihsan, right? How do you arrive to these stations where the Messenger of Allah ﷺ is saying to worship Allah as if you see Him, but no, you're not seeing Him, but that He sees you. These two great stations, the station Muraqabah, and the station of Mushahada. How do you reach that? So I want to have a deeper understanding. So it took me to study more, to read more, to reach out to the scholars who had a higher understanding, to explain these things to me, which was my Sheikh Rami. And at the end of the day, it's implementation, practice, experiential knowledge, right? You practice this, then Allah will give you openings, inshallah ta'ala.